Okay, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we're going to listen the presentation from Mr. Azizin. And please, for Mr. Azizin, you can introduce about yourself and introduce about your proposal.
Okay, well everybody, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
For that, I will introduce about my friend. The first one is Mr. Ali. The second one is Mr. Professor. The third one is Mr.
Heru Maulana.
And the recorder is Mr. Torabi. Okay. The recorder is Mr. Torabi. Okay, my name is Muhammad Azizin. I will present it about my proposal about the implementation of teaching listening for TWIC. Okay. Okay, the first one is introduction. English. Okay, English is international language. It's many teenagers want to apply for a job and in a bird. And one of the objectives of TWIC is to measure the language used in the worker environment. And listen also the most important part in understanding context of native speaker. So a lot of people here study about English. They want part of them they want to apply some of job. They want to apply of job of English language, as like waiter, as like a pilot, and another in hotel. Okay, yeah. TWIC is some of test to measure according Park Hae Young and Jun Ji Wong 2018. TWIC is sort of for test of English for international communication. It's an English language test to measure the everyday business English skill of non-native people working in international environment. So TWIC is to measure the everyday business. So who somebody from not English language or non-native speaker, they can study about English language and they can follow or join about this text TWIC. That name is of TWIC. Okay, why I take this title? Why I take about listening TWIC? Because a lot of people or a lot of students here, exactly in Mary English, has some obstacle. Some they has some obstacle in listening. The obstacle is someone can because the listening is so speed so fast so faster, and then they don't have many vocabulary or limited vocabulary. Yeah, according to Underwood 1990, there are some difficult in listening skill experienced by English learner, namely listening can control the speed at which the person who convey the message. So the student can convey the message because the listener is speed. So listener don't have the opportunity to ask the speaker to repeat to clarify the message delivered and the limited vocabulary of the listener. Okay, this is the obstacle why I think about listening of TWIC. The second one is method. Method when you are teaching is using demonstration method. It's for interesting for answer some the question. The second one is discovery learning method. This is independent learning or active learning. They can make a question and they can choose the answer about their question. The third one is understand job culture method. So here is the method. So students should understanding job culture because in international language they using about the culture of job. Okay, not daily activities. Okay, the next is implementation of listening TWIC. According Grant through 2007, the implementation of TWIC used student book which divided in the 4 cycle of 7 units, but I here just take the one point. The first is about focus 25 until 40 minutes. In the focus 25 and 40 minutes in listening, 3 activities in this section amplify and practice of the key point convert. The first is language building. Okay, language building about vocabulary and grammatical. The second one is test tactic such as time management and dealing, how to manage about the time when we are answer the question. Usually when we answer about one question, you can just manage your time 30 seconds, yeah, or a half minutes. That is about time management. Okay, the third is tactic practice. This is focused directly the tactic tactic and language building. This is always practice about how to answer about listening. Always practice listening about the question in two test. Yeah, that is a test to practice. Okay, the next one is review related literature. I take the first. The research was conducted by Umar using Baron's tweak preparation course package to improve the listening skill for vocational school. The result of this study for that there were 50 days of improvement, so that way this research have similarity related on the preparation of listening skill, but they are different between Umar research and my research. Previous research focused on teaching material, teaching method, and teaching strategy of English. The second one, I think the research was conducted by Kurniawan and Azizin. Title is about the student ability in understanding listening. Question response in tweak test. The result of the study for there were 97 of question response, so that way this research has similarity related on the matter of listening tweak. But there are different between Kurniawan and Azizin research and my research. Previous research focused on student skill in listening comprehension in response to a question. Yeah. Okay, the third, I think the research was conducted by Lina Melinda and Siti Yulia. Okay, title is the difficulties and strategies the student implemented listening comprehension in tweak test. The result of the study for that there are 5 difficulty of listening strategy, so that way the research has similarity with on the understanding study method of listening tweak. But there are different between Lina, Melinda, and Studia and my research that is focused in difficult listening tweak comprehension. This is just focused in difficulties. Yeah. About methodology, the research approach used in research qualitative descriptive, because in this study produce conclusion in the form of data described in data, not data in number. Okay, this is about describe, not data in number. Qualitative research relies on observation. So to collect about the data using observation. The third is interview and documentation. Okay, the research objects so that they are produced described in detail. The third one, the subject of this study were students from several regions who took the 2-week level program on December 15 and 2020, totally 7 students. Yeah. About discussion, according to Grant Truth 2007, the implementation of listen to tweak is to answer with the strategies in each method on focus 20 until 40 minutes is the key of increasing the value listening for tweak. And within this minute, there are 3 activities last time that exemplify. The first is language building, testing test, and tactic practice is finding, teaching, listening to it. The strategy discussing about time management. It's mean use test tactic and research paper using some of international job culture. Okay, the discussion, it can be concluded that the implementation of teaching listening for TOEIC is a tutor giving general knowledge about TOEIC and focusing on providing knowledge about work culture, and after that the tutor will explain the trick to answer the listening test. Then student will do the exercise contained in module at Mary English, and at the end of the lesson there will a method for discussing the exercise. Okay, in the end is discussing about exercise. Okay, the conclusion about this one is based on the day's presentation in interpretation above, it can be concluded that the implementation of teaching lesson for TWIC has a good method because it has been given a focus in providing knowledge about work culture and it will be explained the simple trick to answer the listening test, and the last implementation can be measured in the post test to know how many increase the students score. Yeah, that's all for me about how to the implementation of listening teaching for TWIC. Okay, Mr. Eric.
Sudah open. Okay. Okay, I have a question for your presentation. That my question there is your research is the implementation of teaching listening for TWIC, right?
Yeah.
So what is the benefit one?
The benefit.
Yeah.
Okay, the benefit because there are many students about they are difficult and how to study about listening because they have some obstacle. Last time I have explained that the obstacle because the listener is so faster, the audio is so faster, and because the student difficult in limited vocabulary, they don't understand about the message of audio. So the benefit about this is to to analyze the implementation teaching at Mary because in this course has many as good dates that is they can improve about their score about the listening. In 3 weeks they can improve maybe 200 score about in listening. Yeah, so the benefit is I want to researcher or the another people here if they don't have some problem in listening to it, they can study about here. They has about experience. Okay, about
Yes, maybe I mean Yazid will
Yeah.
give a
Professor will
Professor.
give conclusion. Okay, so I would like to ask about listening tweak.
Yeah,
Listening tweak.
listening.
What is the differences between listening tweaks and TOEFL?
Oh, the different listening to it and listening to folk. Okay, as far as I know, the listening to folk is more faster than tweak because tweak is more slowly that is in daily activity in job international. But TOEFL is study just about the tactic, study that is about in the material is about in the formal. I mean that in education and another, and specifically in TWIC is just focused on the job culture. Sometimes in the weather, sometimes in the plane or pilot and the ship and another. Yeah, the difference is listening to it is just focused on job culture in the material, and there is more slowly in the audio. But in TOEFL, their material is talk about the formal in education, and usually in university and or another, and that is more faster. Yeah. That as far as I know.
Okay.
Okay, one question.
Yeah,
Maybe
one
it's a
question.
simple questions. Can
Udah berapa?
baru 13. Okay, one question more.
Yeah, what's question?
My question is simple. Why do you intend to choose that topic to be your research?
Why I interest about this
Yes.
reason.
Why you
Because I found some course I interest, they can the student there can increase faster about listening when they are study there, so they can increase about their score. Just need 1 month to increase about in listening for 3. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so
Okay.
much.
Thank you so much. Okay, let's close about my presentation. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.